Hey y'all, this is Fire from Fresh and Fire Backyard Living. This is our backyard and this is how we living. So I'm just gonna, what I'm saying, we're doing this for Juneteenth. Okay, I'm making a little video for Juneteenth. This is my Juneteenth t-shirt. If you want this t-shirt or other t-shirts designed by me, you can go to T Public and get that. Now, what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be grilling up some tomahawk steaks. I happen to find some real nice big tomahawk steaks for a good price. So I said, no, let me grill up some. Something just to do a little bit of grilling to make a little video. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to actually be putting my steak butter on it, my signature steak butter on it, and we're also going to be grilling up some corn. And we're going to show you a special technique of how to grill corn in aluminum foil. You can wrap up the corn in the aluminum foil so that it seals in the flavor. Okay, and if you do this method, you really won't have to add a whole lot of salt, a whole lot of seasoning to your corn. I mean, if you like to, then that's what you do. But if you just like that corn flavor, that natural corn flavor with the butter and all of, you know what I'm talking about, then this method is good for you. You can do this method and it won't take too long. It's not too hard. It's not too complicated. Okay, you only need really 3 ingredients. All right, so the first thing I got to do is get this fire started. So I'll catch you in a minute. Let's get it rolling. All right, first things first, while my fire is getting ready, I'm going to start seasoning my meat. And I'm going to put in this large pan so I don't get everything dirty. All right, first thing I like to do is I like to use I pre-mix my steak seasoning in a old shaker bottle. Any shaker bottle will do. I'll put a description in the description of my ingredients. I like to do the shaking and the rubbing at the same time without making a big mess. So the first thing, I'm going to add a little bit of avocado oil and use it as a binder. Avocado oil because it has a high smoke point, so it doesn't burn very easily. And I'm just using this so that the seasoning kind of stick to the meat and not just kind of roll off the meat, and it just kind of helps helps it absorb a little bit too. Now I'm going to add my seasoning. You don't want to forget about your sides, and sometimes you'll do that if you just start with the top and the bottom. Especially with a thick cut of meat like this, you really want to get the sides. You really want to get it in there because you want your flavor all over your meat. And then you add a healthy amount of seasoning to the front and the back of your meat. Not too much to overpower it, but just enough to just bring out those juices and flavors. And then you want to sit this in the refrigerator for a couple of hours, while everything else is being prepared, so that it will absorb the flavors and bring out that natural juicy taste of your tomahawk steak. All right, so now we're going to start doing our corn. First, the preparation, you want to tear out all of your aluminum foil for each piece of corn that you have. I have 6 here, so I have 6 already torn out. Then you want to have your ice cubes on hand. You want to have your butter pats on hand. And then if you want to add some seasoning, if you're that person that just really likes a lot of seasoning, then you might want to add your seasoning or some type of seasoning, but you really don't have to, because with the corn in there and then the ice cubes and the butter, it's really going to give it that real nice flavor without even adding any seasoning to it. But some people just like seasoning, so you do what you wish. So I'm going to add my ice cubes. Now these are store-bought ice cubes. If you have an ice cube maker, your ice cubes are probably bigger than this, and you'll probably only need 1 ice cube per thing. So that'll just wrap it up. And what's going to happen is you're going to wrap it up, and it's going to steam and melt the butter, and it's just going to be delicious all the way across. So you're going to make sure that it's kind of in the center, so that when you're wrapping it up, and you want to be kind of gentle with it, because that ice is sharp and it might pierce your bag if you're too rough with it. So we're gonna put that pat on there, okay, to make sure it's in the center right there, and then you're going to fold and just kind of wrap it up. So I'm going to fold it over like this and just kind of roll it, get my sides in there and then roll it down. Okay, and then roll it down evenly all the way. Make sure you're trying to be a little bit gentle. Make sure not to do the puncture the thing. And then I kind of clip my edges right there. And what I want to do is create this kind of a knot thing, but not too hard, because if you do it too hard, it's going to break off. You're really trying to avoid any holes in your aluminum foil. Notice how I just wrap it around the thing to make this little knot thing. That kind of makes it easier to handle as well. And then I kind of just pat it down to make sure that all the seams are closed, and trying to make sure that I don't have any leaks. But you got to be careful, because that ice will pierce, you know, your aluminum foil. And then I'm going to show you how to do it just one more time. Add your ice, okay. Then you add your pat of butter, and for those of you who like to do seasonings, you just add a healthy amount of seasoning to it as well, and that's going to melt with the butter and melt all over it, and it's going to steam them up real nice. So either method is okay, you know. It just kind of depends on your taste. So you're going to just kind of, like I said, pinch it down, and then you want to roll it down. Okay, roll it around, roll it down, get those edges, pinch those edges, and then you want to kind of twist those edges. And watch what I do one more time. You're going to roll it up and then twist it around to create your little knot. Now when you're doing this, remember, don't be heavy-handed, because it will break off. You'll have to do it again. Your goal is to have no holes in this thing, because essentially you're creating a steamer. Okay, all right, now look at that fire. It's really getting ready, but not quite ready for the meat yet. It's a little bit too raging, but perfect for the corn. Now when you made your corn, you want to make your corn right before you're going to put it on the fire anyway. That's why I'm going to put it on the fire before the meat. The corn only takes about 20 minutes to cook, you know, to kind of steam out. So you want to just put it on there so that you're not, you know, your ice is not all melted when you put on there. It just kind of gives a better effect when you have the ice cube, but then it has a turn to just the melted water. So put it on there pretty soon after you have already prepared the corn. Now you want to put it over to direct flame. You know, it's going to sizzle up. You're going to hear them sizzling and, you know, getting real good in there. And what you don't want to do, though, you don't want to handle your corn too much with your tongs, because you don't want to puncture your aluminum foil and this mess up the steaming effect. It's going to cook anyway, but you know, you want that steaming effect to kind of work. Now about 10 minutes in, you want to come in and you want to flip your corn. Like I said, don't flip it too many times, just kind of flip it once. You know, just so everything will just kind of be even. And make sure you kind of handle it a little bit delicately, so that you know, won't puncture your thing, and then your juices won't run all into the fire. Yep, it's going to be pretty nice though. You know, I can hear it sizzling. It's going good, and at the same time, we're getting our fire ready for our meat. You don't want the fire too high when you're doing your meat, so you got to get those coals ready. You got to get it ready to cook your meat, and in the meantime, you might as well be cooking your corn, right? All right, so now as you can see, we got about 3 minutes left for our corn. We're going to still let it sizzle a little bit more. That fire looks right about right for our meat, so that's going to be really good. I've been hearing this sizzle, and it's sizzling unbelievable, so I know this corn is about to be good. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stop talking for a second so that you can hear this sizzle real quick while I take it off the fire. It is amazing. All right, now it's time to drop my steaks. I'm gonna put those steaks right there in the middle. Today I'm gonna be using the 7-minute method, which For steaks, you just put it on one side for 7 minutes, flip it and put it on the other side for 7 minutes. You really don't want to move it too much in this process because it really cooks well. You have to have a very hot fire to do this. Now you could go 8 minutes, 9 minutes, depending on what you want. 7 minutes will get you a nice medium, okay, a nice medium to medium rare. 8 minutes will just be a little bit better for you, So I might flip it one more time or not, depending. So I got it set for the 7 minutes, and I'm gonna wait to flip that. Now, what you really need to do this 7-minute method is a roaring fire. Your fire should be roaring, just like this one is right here. You want to see a lot of white coals. You want to see a nice little amount of fire. If your fire isn't raging like this, then you really need to add some more fuel to it because you want that to be hot for this 7-minute method, okay? You might need to throw another log on there or do something else, but you really want it to be raging hot in order to get the results that you're going to want. Alright guys, we're almost ready for the first flip. As you can see, the countdown is going and we are ready. They are done. So what you're going to do is, the good thing about the tomahawk steaks is they have this big handle already built in, but what you don't want to do is grab that with your bare hands, okay? You want to flip that with some type of heat resistant or heat proof gloves like I have on right here, because if you touch that bare bone, you are going to get burnt, okay? Especially if you have that fire as hot as it needs to be at about 750. That's not going to be a good day for you, okay? So wear some kind of protection, please. All right, when you are testing your meat, what you are looking for is a good temperature, about 115, 113, something like that. It shouldn't be cooked all the way because you still have 7 more minutes to go. And what you're looking for is a good temperature of about 126 to 140, depending on how well you want your meat cooked. Alright, 7 minutes has passed, and now I'm going to start adding my compound butter or my steak butter. I'm going to make a video soon about how to make this exactly. It just adds to any steak. If you've ever had steak butter before, you already know what I'm talking about. Alright, so I'm going to flip this one more time because, as I said, my wife likes them a little bit more than medium. So I will split both of these, and then I will add my butter to them. And I'm just going to pretty much just add it to them and wait for them to melt. By the time these get melted, I think that I'll have that temperature that I'm looking for, and I think we'll be ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to just kind of put it in the middle there. Uh-oh. Yep, I got it. Uh-oh. Yep, I got it again. All right, so I'm going to put it in the middle there and just kind of let the heat just kind of melt it away. Look at that, people. I mean, if that doesn't melt your heart, I don't know what will. I mean, it is just so delicious. It gets all down into those crevices and meats and all of that stuff. And that is garlic, butter, and a few more, ingredients to make that steak butter just fantastic. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my steaks off the grill. And remember, you don't want to just start cutting into them right away. You definitely don't want to do that. And again, watch yourself around that fire because that fire is raging. So be careful. All right, and then after you get it off the grill and you take it to wherever it's going to rest, you want to let that thing rest for a good 20 minutes at least. You can do more than 20 minutes, but 20 minutes at least. And just look at that. That's just gorgeous. That's just awesome. I don't even know what to say about it. It just looks fantastic. And over here you can see this corn has been ready. And I got a couple of holes in it, but I'm not going to worry about that because I'm pretty sure it's going to turn out pretty good anyway. Let's go ahead and cut these boys open. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut off this knot so that I can kind of get in there. And here we go. Let's look at it. Let's see how it turned out. hoping it's gonna turn out pretty good. Let's see. Just kind of cut right up those seams and open her up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that thing is nice. Yeah, that's a nice corn. I'm sure when I bite into it, it's gonna be awesome. All right, I'm gonna slice this tomahawk up so you can kind of see how it looks. I got these up to about a good 130 because that's how my wife likes it. She likes it well done. If you like a well done steak, and then you want to get it to about 130. If you like a well to medium well, then you want to get it to about 127 or somewhere around there. You know, normally I wouldn't cut my steak up like this, but I'm, you know, showing you guys what the deal is. So that's what you're looking for, and there you go. And there we have it, the tomahawk steak. Perfect for your Juneteenth celebration or your 4th of July celebration. Either one. Topped with that compound butter. Now this compound butter, I am going to be making a video coming soon of how to make this compound butter that is perfect for any steak that you put it on. Okay, so for more tips on how to grill over an open fire pit, come to Fresh and Fire Backyard Living. I hope everybody enjoys their holiday and has a safe one. Until then, like and subscribe. All right, I'm out.